Write down what you love about yourself right now. All the great things about you right now, write them down. Hey guys, Vicki Lemons here and welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. I am so glad to have you here. So, this video is about being a good wife. These are my tips, the things that I've learned as a wife for the last 22 years. Why not give some of my favorite tips that have helped me and my husband grow our relationship? But this is just from the wife's perspective. This is how I have enhanced my wifing skills over the last 22 years, which I could go on for days with tips that have helped. But these should be enough to get you going if you choose to take them. Remember, tips are just that, tips. If you pull what you can pull from the good things you hear, and whatever you don't like, leave it there. This is what I do as a wife for 22 years. You don't have to do anything that I say that I do. You do you. However, if you find something that you like, keep it. If not, throw the rest away. What is your partner's love language? I had to find out what my husband's love language is. And what I realized is that he loves very differently than I love. The way I need to be loved, he does not need to be loved. And the way he needs to be loved, that is not my love language. So figure out what your husband's love language is. And love him the way he needs to be loved, not the way you need to be loved. Ask him, don't tell him. Use your manners. Speak to him like you would want him to speak to you. I don't bark orders at my husband. I ask him. I am not his parent. I am his partner, his spouse, his love. I don't speak to him in a manner that is degrading. I ask him to do things. I don't tell him. I encourage him. Encourage your partner. This is what I do. I encourage my husband to follow his dreams, to accomplish his goals. I believe in him. I believe in the things that he wants to do, and I believe in the things that he doesn't even know he can do. I believe in his potential. I encourage him to strive to be more, to do more in every facet of his life. Know when to back off. I have learned that sometimes backing off is just necessary. Sometimes we like to nag as wives, and I've learned that my husband doesn't like that. So I've learned to back off. They may not seem like it's sinking in what we're saying, but it is. They just process information differently. So I back off and I allow him to process what I say, and then we usually now meet back in the middle and revisit the situation, and it works out. My husband does not complete me. I needed to learn to have my own goals all the time. Even though we are two together as one, we are not the same person. His goals are different than mine, and my goals are different than his. He doesn't complete me, and I had to learn to constantly have goals for me, constantly work on me, not wait for him to complete me. Trust. I had to develop a level of trust with my husband. I had to develop a level of trust that no one else in his life has. And how do we develop trust? By doing what we say we're going to do, when we say we're going to do it, keeping our word. If you say you're going to do it, do it. If you say you're not going to do it, then don't do it. And over time, the pattern gets built with you doing what you say you're going to do or not do, and trust is built. So I have built trust with my husband over the last 22 years, because we come into our relationships with past traumas, how we were raised, how we were poured into as children and things like that. So all the emotional things that helped us become who we were and who we are, we bring that into our relationships. So everyone's trust level is different depending on what they've been through. So I have made it a point of mine to make sure that my husband always feels that he can trust me. If you are a mother, I am the mother to my husband's children. And I believe that being a good wife is also being a good mother. My husband, I know, loves me more and more because the way I mother our children. And I believe that being a good wife is also being a good mother if we are mothers. Tell him when he's doing a good job. You know, sometimes the guys get overlooked because they can be a little manly and things, but they like to hear, you know, great job, job well done, I'm so proud of you, thank you for doing that, no matter how small it is, okay? No matter how small the task is, tell them good job, praise them. They enjoy it and it makes them feel good about themselves. I don't assume I know his needs. I don't assume I know my husband's needs because every day we change, every day we grow. And yeah, I might have an idea, but I don't assume. I ask him because he may wake up tomorrow and be completely in a different mood or headspace, and what he used to like, he might not like it anymore. So I don't assume anything. I ask him. I give him space when he needs it. You know, we've been together a long time, so it's obvious to me when he does need space. But feel your partner out. Figure out when the times to just kind of do your own thing and let them have some time to themselves. I give him his space. I allow my man to grow. I feel that it is so important for each person in the relationship to have their own identity and their own individual goals, and to be able to grow into who they are and then come together as a unit. I allow him to grow. I allow him to be whoever it is he wants to be, because as I said earlier, we are not the same identity. Our marriage, our union does not mean that we have to travel down the same road individually. So I encourage him to grow. Listen to understand, not to respond. I've had to learn this over the years, but I've had to learn to listen and to give him my full attention, put my phone down, turn it off if I have to, give him eye contact, give him my full attention. And then while he's speaking, I don't think of a response. I take it in and I listen. And when he's done, I respond if I have something productive to say, not to just get my point across. So I've had to learn to do that over the years, but it has been a tremendous benefit to our relationship. I make my man feel special. I make my man feel special in the smallest of things. Even I don't feed my husband on a paper plate. I always feed him on a regular, beautiful plate, because just that little thing is special to me. Now, if we're at a cookout or something, or someone else's house, obviously I can't help it. But when we are home, my husband never gets fed on a paper plate. And that's just one of the little things. Foot rubs, massages, you know, with nice endings. Things like that. I make my man feel special. I am patient with him. I am so patient with my husband, but we all change and we all grow, and we've been married 22 years. So that's our 20s, our 30s, and now in our 40s. And for me, I was 19, a teenager. So we all grow and we have to be patient in our relationship. So I find it, I make sure that as a wife, I am patient with my husband, in him learning how to love me, in him learning how to give me the things that I need, in him learning how to be his best self. I am patient with him. I'm his friend. We actually like being around each other. I like being around my husband. We are that couple that go for walks in our neighborhood together every day, and we really enjoy each other's company, and I think that's because we are open with each other. I love hearing about his day and what he's doing and what's going on in his world, and he knows that, so we share on our walks. We encourage each other to tell the other one how the day is going. And so I feel, as being a good wife, it's important to always just allow my husband to know that I'm a safe place. He can speak whatever he wants with me, and it stays with me. That's the end of part 1. I could give you a ton more, but don't forget to like and subscribe if you like these tips. Please leave a comment below. If you have some of your own, I would love to hear them. But that's how I have navigated somewhat through my 22 years of marriage so far, as a really great wife, by the way. And as always, I thank you, and God bless.